How do you cope when your dream partner lives next door and they also happen to be best friends with your husband? Quagmire has been in love with Lois for many, many, many years.
No, I don't want a woman like Lois. I want Lois. She's perfect. I've loved her for years. She's warm and kind and beautiful. I've never been so in love with anyone.
It's never really explained when this obsession started. From the very beginning of the series, we always knew he was obsessed with her, but we always took it as obsession. In the later series, it started turning into, oh, he's not just obsessed with her, he's in love with her. He likes her as a person. He pays attention to the things that she likes.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's a Christmas ornament I got at the Lighthouse gift shop.
Oh, I just love small things that remind me of big things I've seen.
Settle down.
His character is developed more than just like the pervy neighbor or the creepy neighbor.
Perfect.
It's actually a very prominent member of Spooner Street. He really is.
I manage the entire teacher appreciation night, and I'm supposed to accept second vice president?
They are disrespecting you, Donna. They are disrespecting you.
He does go out of his way to build bonds and connections with everyone else. Lois is one of... I'm going to try not to be hypocritical about this. We've seen plenty of examples where he does not respect her boundaries. But there are, if she explicitly states a boundary to him, he respects her enough to fulfill that. And I know that's like bare minimum of what we're saying. And, you know, you can argue, why does that mean that they should end up together? But I think as far as a character extraction of Quagmire does not really respect... Quagmire generally doesn't respect women altogether. This woman stands out to him. This woman, he knows he needs to cater a bit more. And it's not manipulation. Genuinely, I think he does it just out of wanting to do it for her, because I think he has a genuine interest in her and he wants to make her happy. We have certain examples where Quagmire and Lois are paired up together in episodes, and you see them just doing normal couple things. And they post on Instagram about it as well, but they do normal couple things and they enjoy each other's company and they're having fun.
Saw Lois and Quagmire have been posting a ton of stuff on Instagram. Seems like they had quite a day. Does this bother you at all?
This would have been the reality of Lois. You see, when Peter goes back in time, he fumbles Lois and Quagmire waits to step in. And when he steps in, she genuinely falls in love with him.
I mean, there was a time back when we dated that I thought you might be the one. But as I recall, you were more interested in partying with your friends. Then Glen came along and stole my heart.
And falls in love with him and starts a whole new life, has a family, albeit a very, very creepy family. A very interesting family. But she starts a family, so, you know, it's almost like another alternate version of Family Guy. She has a family with him. She really does like him. They work together after all of those years. The same amount, ironically, the same amount of time that she's been with Peter is the same amount of time she would have been in Quagmire in that flashback. And you see that she genuinely is as into him as he is into her.
Oh, Glen, I love all your sex jokes and your dirty puns. That's why I married you.
Something you don't see in the dynamic with Peter.
Oh, if you die, can I have all of your nothing?
What do you mean if I die? I've been dead since the minute I said I do.
Actually, in the dynamic with Peter, what you see is a lot of frustration. You see a lot of frustration. You see a lot of rage inside of her come out.
Why do you always do these stupid things? And why do you always announce them to me before you do them?
You know, not just rage, but also Lois is a serial cheater. Peter has also had instances where he's cheated on Lois as well. But I would say Peter is more into Lois than Lois is into Peter. The reason Lois still might be with Peter is because he threatens her.
Need to talk. I think this relationship has...
If you leave me, I will kill myself.
Lois may have just given up. She settled for the life that she settled into. A part of me has this theory that Peter is aware that Quagmire and Lois should also be together, because he expresses levels of jealousy between Quagmire and Lois being together that he just does not exhibit with any other relations where he's seen her cheating.
Peter, that was a private conversation.
That doesn't change the fact that you want to steal my wife.
Hey, get your hands off me.
You know, when you invest so much time and energy and arguments into one thing, especially she fought with her father quite a bit for this relationship because her father was adamant to not have this relationship. She fought so hard for it that she needs something to come out of the other end. That's why I feel like there's some resentment in her as well towards her children. She's the most resentful towards Meg.
You took a child's trust and smashed it into bits in a 17-year-long mission to destroy something that you killed a long time ago. And honestly, when I turn 18, I don't know that I ever want to see you again.
Because Meg came first. And she was, even when she was having doubts, she was already pregnant with Meg. So she couldn't back out. It had gone too far. Then she had Chris, who she doesn't have as much of a problem with than anyone else. But she had, and that might be because Chris reminds her a lot of Peter. And she does have that weird connection that's there. But then when Stewie comes along, she mistreats Stewie quite a bit.
What's happening? No!
You know how Teacher Amy has you dive for rings? Well, this is like that, except it's a pill, and it's not okay if you don't get it.
Ah, damn you!
There's one example where she says, you know, let's wait till the kids have gone to college and then we can discuss our relationship and our dynamic and we can sort our problems then. And Stewie might just be because Stewie is 1 year old. And Meg is almost off to college. So Stewie is a representation of starting that cycle all over again. Of, oh, now I have to wait another 18 years with this man that I despise. I don't think Lois and Peter are the worst match to exist. I think when they have their moments, they really do shine. You can see why the two of them loved each other. I'm pretty sure Peter turned down an offer for $1 million.
No deal. Lois may be worth $1 million to you, but to me, she's worthless. I love her, Mr. Pewterschmidt.
Oh, Peter.
There is something there that you can't put into words, this soulmate connection between the two. I also want to add that in other alternate timelines, there are alternate timelines where she's ended up with Brian instead of Quagmire. And she has not gone as far with Brian as she has gone with Quagmire. With Quagmire, she went all in. With Brian, she didn't care. And it really, shameless plug for the record, I made a video on this, really speaks volumes on the fact of why there's also this rivalry between Quagmire and Brian, and part of it might have also been over Lois. Quagmire actually will defend Lois on many occasions behind her back. He's defended her in front of Brian when he tore Brian to shreds.
You constantly hit on your best friend's wife. The man pays for your food and rescued you from certain death, and this is how you repay him?
And there's this really fun episode where Peter and Quagmire exchange underwears. So when they exchange underwears, they exchange personalities as well. So it's almost like Quagmire is inside of Peter and Peter is inside of Quagmire. I know how that sounds, but stay with me. It's a good episode. But in that episode, when there's a Quagmire-like personality inside of Peter, he immediately, the first thing he wants to do actually is be with Lois.
Giggity morning, everyone. Lois, can I see you in the other room for a second?
Sure.
All right.
But afterwards, he immediately defends Lois in front of Brian.
Problem with you? Let's see, where do I begin? You accept food, clothing, and shelter, yet no responsibilities. You constantly want to sleep with my wife, who is an angel.
So you can see that this level of embodiment shows that it's innate inside of Quagmire to feel feelings beyond lust for Lois. There's the sense of loyalty, there's the sense of shared interest between the two of them. Quagmire, I think, for Lois embodies all of the things she had in her past. She grew up really rich, and she grew up knowing high life and high society, and just being part of a different world. So when she has the opportunity to go back to her high school reunion, she looks at Peter and thinks, I cannot bring this man. And then she looks at Quagmire and she brings Quagmire instead of Peter, because that's how she wants to portray it to the world. And while he is very impressive on that trip, it really gets to her that he didn't make a move on her.
And I didn't make a move. I didn't even come close.
That's the problem.
You wanted me to?
I wanted you to try.
She said it's because she wanted to reject him and have a sense of moral superiority. But he responds to her saying, I respected your boundaries because that's what you wanted me to do. And also, you are sexually desirable. You are morally superior to me. And those are the things he admires about her. It's not just looks. It's not just this man being lustful after her. It's this man seeing the love of his life. And whether she sees the same thing, we don't know. Maybe she doesn't think about it that deeply because it might hurt her feelings. But there's something there that's definitely under the surface. I almost feel like there's a fan reaction to Lois and Quagmire coming together. Not strong enough that people say, oh, they should be together and she should leave him, but strong enough that when we get little snippets of their relationship, we get little snippets of this dynamic, it's quite enjoyable to see. It's actually enjoyable to see a completely different side of Lois as well. And I will die on this hill. Lois-centered episodes are so fun. Maybe to play both sides of it. The Lois and Quagmire dynamic would get old pretty quickly after they got together because she might get quite bored of him eventually. I think she would get quite bored of him because she does thrive in chaos. She needs chaos. Even when she went through a phase of minimalism, she turned it into chaos. She turns everything into chaos.
Hey, those glasses, they're cluttering up your face.
I need them to see.
They're not bringing me joy.
And that's why she works really well with Peter, who creates this level of chaos in her life, who really riles things up and really just shakes things up for her. If there's anything we can learn from this, I think the takeaway would be reflection. Reflection on your current relationships. If you're in that stage where you're about to invest in something, be a relationship, be it a job, be it whatever. Think about what you're doing and why you're doing the things you're doing. Make sure that you're happy with the choices that you're making. Otherwise, you're just going to fall down a path of this weird flirtatious infidelity that we see Lois go down constantly. Giving yourself snippets of the life that you want, chasing a reality that doesn't exist, and I guess disrespecting your current partner in the process. I started the video essentially saying, you can't convince me that Quagmire and Lois shouldn't end up together, or Quagmire's not a better match for Lois. He definitely is, but I don't think I would want to see it on the screen. Having that look back episode of them together is enough. Quaggus? Would that be their name? Quaggus? Enough Quaggus lore for me. I don't need more Quaggus in my life. Also, just some bonus content. The one time that Peter did make the effort to cheat on Lois, and there was a whole episode made on it, he cheats on her with her and ends up back with her and gives a very, I guess, thoughtful speech by the end of it. But it was nice to see that Peter's core is to always end up with Lois, that there's something special about her. Anyways, I think we have spared the world of, this.
Ooh, the movie's starting.